No idea what happened. Then I just lost my whole connection dropped. So did you did it drop the connection on TikTok, or was it just buffer a little bit, because my whole connection dropped? So let me know on YouTube if that dropped as well. Looks like I've dropped everybody off YouTube, but hey, look, we do what we can. That was a bit strange. Yeah, so I don't know what it was. It might have been my router or something. I just lost connection. So I was talking about the tech stocks dropping earnings today, and some of them not really dropping great earnings. So the Nasdaq's down, and that's been heavily down. 170 base points, 160 base points is making a little bit of a rally, but 170 base points. Looking at the S&P 500, not quite as bad. It's only kind of 35 base points, or 0.35%. Got the Dow Jones is actually positive at the moment. So the Dow Jones Industrial, not as heavily reliant on tech stocks, so is actually up today, as is the Russell Index, just marginally. So the Russell Index, the IWM Russell Index, Russell 2000, is the small cap index. Very choppy today, as you can see. Sideways choppy, but trying to sell off and trying to go red. So Dow Jones Industrial's done well though. It's managed to maintain most of the gains it's made on the day. So overall, market's looking a bit weak. Let's go back to Meta. Yeah, we got stopped out on Meta, so it made a bit of a thing. So we're 7,500 up on the day. So Meta stopped us out. It retraced. Got a bit of a double bottom here, and it retraced. I'm glad I put my stop in place there. So happy days. 7.5 grand is a good day. That's not to say Meta's done. This might just be a bull trap. Just be wary if you're getting in this to the long side thinking it's going to bounce, because if you look at it on the higher time frames, and you should look at it on the higher time frames, you might not get the bounce. So look at this on the 30-minute. We're still not going to make no candle make a new high just yet on the 30-minute. 60-minute definitely not. So let's have a look at the 15. Well, we're not far off on the 15. 97, 67, 98. Yeah, so we've made a new high on the 15-minute, but I'll be very wary of getting into Meta right now. Sorry about that. So if you're watching on Twitch or on YouTube, apologies for any issues there that you experienced. It kind of booted me out. I lost the connection, and it kind of booted me. So I hope it's is this a new stream, or yeah, this is a new stream. Okay, apologies for that. It closed the stream prematurely. It can do that from time to time. Okay, if you're watching on Share Vision, let me know. Twitch, TikTok, Twitter, if you're watching on that, welcome. We will be covering the earnings of Apple and Amazon a little bit later. So this moving up now, Hardcore Enterprises did have a good catalyst, moved up quite well, and then kind of stagnated sideways. If you look at it on the 15, moved up well and then stagnated sideways. The volume kind of dropped out a little bit, but stagnated sideways. So that's what we're missing. We've been missing all week is volume. So the number of shares being traded on any given stock has been way lower than it should be. How much did well, I say how much? I'm asking a little bit. So did you manage to make a profit on Shopify this morning there, Andreas? So this is below the VWAP. Oh, it's just back above the VWAP now. So this is Neuro Pharmaceutical, back above the VWAP, over $10. So Amprius Tech had a bit of a sell-off about an hour ago, or a couple of hours ago. Is it making a round trip? That's the question. I would say we really want to see it above $11, $11.20. Okay. New Valence. No, can't trade that. Not enough volume. That's what's been missing. It's been frustrating the hell out of me because we've just not had the volume to trade stuff. Some good moves in terms of the volatility of the stock. Good range, good moves, but not enough volume to make it reliable. So we will have Apple and Amazon drop their earnings a little bit later. I will put the rolling news ticker on. The rolling news. So Disney. Just reading some of the news right now. Intel shares are trading lower ahead of company's Q3 earnings report, which is this also after hours. So Intel. We can take a look at those earnings and see what transpires with that. I will put Intel in there, given that they have earnings as well. I like Intel long term. I think it's a good company long term. However, that being said, it's struggling at the moment, as all the chip companies are. The semiconductor companies are having a bit of a torrid time at the moment. So. And understandable too, But as the market picks back up again, I'm bullish on the semiconductor industry. I think we're becoming increasingly reliant upon the semiconductor industry. So it's only going to go in one direction. So that's Intel. Let's have a look at Meta again. So, yeah, okay. Double bottom there. If I was watching that, I probably would have saying that the stock wasn't much below that anyway. So let me know, guys, what have you been trading today? Is there something you want to take a look at today? I'll take a look at the crypto market, shall we? Trading view. So Bitcoin is steady gains. Bitcoin is at 20,600s. Ethereum is 1565 currently, plus change. Cardano a little over 40 cents, and XRP a little over 47 cents. So again, still no change on my average cost. The only one that is green for me there is XRP, but a little bit of life in the crypto market. Been on kind of upwards trending for a little while. Ethereum, Bitcoin, a couple of days. Are we 27th now? Yeah, so yesterday, 25th, it started its pump. So that would have been what? Tuesday? Let's get rid of that. When in doubt, zoom out. That's good advice. Good advice for anybody. Am I getting any comments on YouTube? No, I'm not. So let me know if you can, if you're back with me from the initial drop earlier. I apologize for that initial drop, but if you're back on YouTube, let me know in the chat that you can still see me. Yeah, well, I've shorted Meta just over $2,000 today. It's 10% of what I did with it yesterday. Well, actually, it's much less than 10%. Much less than 10%. I got 24k yesterday on shorting Meta. Dropped heavily at earnings. Relatively pedestrian in comparison. We're getting a very similar pattern across the board here from the market versus some of these larger cap stocks. They're looking very similar to the overall market, to the S&P 500 market. Yeah. Yeah, I've had a good day today. A couple of good days in a row. Green week so far. We like green. It's always been my favorite color for some strange reason. Has green. I guess I was made for this game. Yeah, so 3 green days in a row. We had a red day on Friday. And it wasn't a great day on Friday. How will the month end? Well, we've got 2 more days, so keep tuning in to find out, kangaroos. But we're a little bit behind target. But we've kind of, as of yesterday, we've kind of pulled a bit of a rabbit out of the hat, and we're not too far off. Will we get to goal? I doubt it. Based on where we are right now, I was 70,500 before we started today. We've got another 7.5k in there, so that'll be 78k gross with 2 more days to go. Now, if we had 11k per day, then with a chance of getting to goal. It's possible. Is it likely? Well, the way the market's been, it's been very difficult very difficult to trade the market. The volume's just not been there. Meta now is looking very shortable right now. Again. So tempted. Really tempted to put another short on Meta now. I did say this looked like a bull trap. So we needed 3 days of 10k. So today, tomorrow, and Monday. We needed 3 days to average 10k. We've got 7.5 so far. That's not to say I might not take another trade yet. So we'll see. But it's possible to get to goal. I'm just not going to... cheers, cash flow. Thanks for letting me know. I'm just not going to shoot, you know, swing for the fences to get to goal. I can make it up next month. That's not a big deal. I'll wait for the right setups. Shorting with Tony. Well, I don't short that often, as you know, get him. But yeah, we're happy enough to be called day trading with Tony. Changed the channel on TikTok. I think I changed the channel on YouTube as well. So yeah. Oh dear, we really should have more than one like on this. Come on, guys, get your finger out. Just hit that thumbs up button. We've only got one like on this stream. I know we had the drop on the other stream as well, but let's get stop. When you see the weakness on Meta, how could you not short it? It really is. But I think there's some opportunity for some more shorts as well today. Enob. Nokian Bioscience. It's moving up well, but no volume. Again, that's been the story of this month, in fact. Is big moves, no volume. In fact, the last couple of months, we've had some really big movers with no volume. HKD, AND, I think it was. A lot of them. It won't hit that. No, well, think about it. Realistically speaking, it's the value has been wiped off Meta, and it's losing hand over fist on other platforms. So people are going to Pinterest, they're going to TikTok, they're going to YouTube. YouTube's still up there, but Facebook or Meta, it's just becoming less and less relevant. You know, it's people my age that still use Facebook. That and people in Southeast Asia, that's about it. Well, Ryan, don't speak too soon. I've got 2 days left. But yeah, we're doing well enough. Doing well enough. And to be fair, do I expect it to come back long term? It needs to change. There needs to change a few things. So this whole metaverse thing it's a gimmick. So I remember, and a lot of you probably will. Let's go back 15 years, 10, 15 years. You're buying a new TV. You wanted it to have 3D because that's the way that all programs are going. Who the hell watches 3D now? Who makes movies in 3D anymore? They don't. It was a gimmick, and this whole metaverse thing, I think, is a gimmick as well. NFTs, gimmick. way to launder money and stuff. But don't get me started on NFTs. But Metaverse needs to pull up its ideas and stop just trying to rip off other people's ideas. I mean, they're really pushing Reels, and all Reels is the, you know, TikTok if you ordered it from Wish. You know, it's not even as good. But TikTok's cleaning up at the minute. It really is. Golden Sun seems to be having a bit of a moment. No volume again. There's the problem. Go back to June and July. There was volume all over the place. You could you get breakouts and they follow through. You get 50, 60, 70% moves and nice clean entries. You could ride it up. I mean, Aeroclean was a fantastic. For about 3 weeks, it just kept moving, and it pulled back and then move again. That was great. I will be at 70s, but I even just looked at it 5 minutes ago. So I was 70,500 today. So I'll be 78. So I'll be 78 for the month after today. As it stands right now, Ryan, 78 for the month. So we need to. Actually, that's not too bad, is it? So 22. But 11k per day, average Friday, Monday. It's possible. I've had quite a few 11k plus days, so it is possible. Lots and lots of practice, Ryan. Lots and lots of practice. It's like anything. If you do it long enough, it becomes second nature. I mean, there's a whole mentality piece to it, but yeah, it's largely down to practice. So I'm not going to trade Golden Sun. How's Shopify looking? It's sideways right now. So Shopify might be interesting tomorrow. So right now, if you look at this on the 60-minute, you see the move up, and then we're getting this flag set up on the hourly. So let's see how Shopify does overnight. That might be interesting tomorrow. No, but again, going back to Meta. So let's go back to Meta. So going back to Meta here, Facebook. When they originally launched, it was about 15 years ago or whatever it was. So it took them, 10 years or whatever it was, 10, 15 years to get the share price up to where it was like 350, 360 a share. And this year, they've knocked a third off the share price on 3 separate occasions, knocked 30% off. They knocked 30% off the share price in February. They did it again later in the year, and have just done it again now. It went up to what was it? 135 or whatever it was, 140, and it's just knocked 40 bucks off. So yeah. And that's it with the stock market. Is that a company can spend years and years building up its reputation, building up its profile, and the value can become wiped out overnight, and then they've got to start all over again. There's a little mini double bottom there on Meta on the 1 minute, so not going to take a short position there. I was thinking 97.50, breaks 97.50, I'll take a short, but I'm gonna leave that as it is. Devil horns in reverse, but chicken legs. On the 5 minute. So look at this on the 5 minute. Trying to think of a description for these two downward stalks. It's not the devil horns. It's got to be chicken legs. Oh, why not? Drumsticks. And again, Ryan, my results are not typical, so I do have a mentality that seems to be suited for the market, and I am more aggressive than most. There was a guy on TikTok taking a swipe at me. He'd been watching one of my lives and the gains that I'm making, and he was taking a swipe at me. So I'm like, yeah, all right, Chris. But not everybody is as risk averse as I. But if you're risk averse, then trading isn't for you. But not everybody's prepared to take the kind of swings that I take. I'm a very aggressive trader, and my style of trading isn't for everybody. Now, the strategies that I employ, anybody can use them, but you've got to manage your risk. Now, I take bigger swings than I would advise anybody else to do, because one, you need a bigger account to take those kind of swings, but two, it's not easy to take. If it doesn't go your way, you take a big loss. It's not easy, and it affects me emotionally as well. To take it on the chin when you lose, 15, 20k in a matter of a couple of minutes, it's not easy to take that on the chin, and more importantly, it's not easy to come back from that. So, finger motion making a move. Let's have a look at finger motion. $6. Pedestrian right now. We're getting quite a bit of volatility on Meta, kind of ranging between 97.5 and 98.5. So we're getting a whole dollar range here. Let's see what that brings. Yeah, 100%, but there's just not that many of them getting. That's the problem. you'd have 100% likes if one person likes likes your stuff, and there's only one person. If there's nobody else who interacts with your content, then it's 100% likes on your engagement. But you need more. I need more than just one like, you know. Twitter going down. Most of them are going down. Yeah, Twitter's having a bit of a sell-off. I think he was putting his flipping the bird to Elon as that was rising, and yeah, I'm not overly enamored with Twitter either at the moment. The range is not great. For a $50 stock to have an ATR of only 4.5 cents, it's not ideal. The range is very, very poor. I mean, the scale here, it looks like it's a big sell-off, but it's actually not, because the top of this is like 53.96 to only 20 cents. This huge, looks like a huge sell-off. It's 20 cents. It's not as big as a sell-off, but it's just the scale on the that's being shown there. So the range is very, very poor for Twitter. But look, we'll keep our eyes open. It's Amazon, Intel, and Apple that I'm watching after the bell. We've got 8 minutes left of the regular market, and then I will open up the news ticker and put that up for everybody to see. And we can watch on the smaller. If you're on YouTube or Twitch, you can watch the. I've got Apple, Amazon, Facebook, and Intel on the smaller charts. At the bottom, I'll put the news ticker up at the top. And if you're watching, I'll switch the format over if you're on TikTok in just a moment, so you can see Apple and Amazon. I'll flick it about if you want me to, but the Apple and Amazon and the news ticker, and we'll talk through it as we're going through it. We'll see how the markets react, and I can flick the market in there as well from time to time if you want me to. Well, let's face it, kangaroos. So going back to what you're saying about Zuckerberg and somebody filling his space, I mean, we had all kinds of different social media platforms before Facebook. Tagged, MySpace, all kinds of even better ones than Facebook. Nobody was going around poking each other at the time, so you know. But as with most things, it's not the leader or the best thing that usually survives. I mean, look at Betamax and VHS. Betamax was a much better platform, but VHS got the porn industry on side. And for those of you that don't know the story there, so when it came to home video or home movies, the original technology, there was Betamax and VHS. Those were the two competing technologies. Now, the American porn industry adopted VHS, and that's the reason why VHS won out overall over Betamax. So the SPY selling off. So we probably will see some of the other stocks follow suit. The SPY is the Spider S&P 500. It's an ETF that follows. If we want to look directly at the S&P 500, put in SPX, and you can see that's selling off there. Anybody got anything they want to see? Right, okay, so Netflix has a bit of a news catalyst there. So Walmart and Netflix premiere in-store expansion of popular Netflix hub. Have a look at Netflix. Are you making moves up? Has the market reacted to that news catalyst? It's not, no. So Netflix selling off as well. So it might be as short as paradise. I mean, I'm 7,500 up today, so I've kind of finished for the day unless I see a real opportunity. But coming into the close, we've got 4 minutes before the close, and then earnings will start to drop. So what's happened to my coons? What's the most important? It depends what information you're after, Teddy. So in terms of what's the most important ticker to watch, Microsoft. So if you're looking for overall market sentiment, then the SPY, SPX or SPY, that will give you the overall market sentiment. If you're looking for tech stock market sentiment, then obviously you look for the triple Qs, which is the Nasdaq. It tracks the Nasdaq. For me, as an intraday trader trading stocks intraday, a day trader, the most important stock that I want to watch is the one that I'm trading. It's the one that's moving, and follow the momentum. But yeah, for intraday sentiment or market sentiment, overall market sentiment, the SPY is a good stock to keep an eye on. I always have the SPY open on I've got my screen here with a whole bunch of different charts, and I've always got at least one of them set to the SPY, Teddy, which shows me that. Okay, so let's see what we can get here. So this is the news ticker here up at the top. You probably can't read it, you probably can't see it, but I've got a couple of, I've got Apple, I've got Amazon there. And what I'll do is let's see if I can't do this. Do it this way. go. We'll do it this way. Easier. That way you can still see, oh, look at that, Amazon tanking. Absolutely tanking. So Amazon dropping like a stone. Someone said that if you could have, if I'd just taken 1,000 shares there, that would have been a nice. Here we go. We've got the Amazon results coming out now, and you can see that they're absolutely tanking. So Amazon's Q3 earnings per share is a beat, but sales miss not only marginally. 127.1 billion versus the 127.8 billion estimate, and it's absolutely tanking. So net sales, so Amazon's net sales Q4 2022, 140 billion to 148 billion versus the 155. So they're actually calling it down in Q4 for Amazon. That is worse than, I mean, Meta is selling off now after hours, but that is worse than what happened to, that's not quite actually. And Meta dropped $30 in the first couple of minutes after hours last night. But yeah, Amazon down at $90. It's going to be a steal. That's discount buying opportunity for Amazon. And get me a ticket there. Get him. Powerball over 800 million. Get me a ticket. So the AWS segment, which is a big piece, increased 27% year over year. Still selling off even with that news. 20.5 billion, or 28% if you include foreign exchanges. Amazon's international segment sales decreased 5% year over year to 27.7 billion, but it increased 12% if you include the foreign exchange rate. So that's the hedge. That's the strength in the dollar that's actually causing that. So if in local currency they've increased sales 12%, but because of the strength of the dollar, it's hitting the bottom line. That's basically what Amazon is saying. Apple selling off hard now. Also, this is a bloodbath as a result of this, and I knew this would happen. The S&P 500 is absolutely tanking as well. So the S&P, the market's tanking on the back of this, and kind of knew if Apple and Amazon had bad results, then. So Amazon's free cash flow decreased to an outflow of 19 billion for the trailing 12 months compared to an inflow of 2.6. So we're getting a lot of earnings drops now. Just waiting for the Apple results to hit the ticker. I mean, people are not they're not taking well to these Amazon results for sure. Intel, right? Intel, FY22 earnings per share, it's a miss. So 195 versus the 215. So Intel is choppy at the minute on the chart. Sales also a miss. That's for the FY22 year, not just the quarter. So Q3, Intel Q3 earnings per share 0.59. It beats the 0.34. That's not bad. That's why we're getting mixed on that. T-Mobile down. First solar updates 22 guidance from 2.55 billion to 2.8 billion. 2.6 to 2.7. All right. So it's about 2. Yeah, so it's about right. 2.62 billion was the estimate. So just narrowing the spread there. The first solar is having a decent day, but Amazon is right. Still not looking great. The market's still selling off. S&P 500 still selling off. So where's these Apple numbers? Apple's down $2. Thought it was going to drop more. It did, but it's holding. Intel's not looking too bad actually. It had a sell-off initially, but it's looking to get. It looks like it's going to recover. Pinterest. It's a beat. Earnings per share beat. Sales beat. So Pinterest dropping good numbers. Okay. I'm not taking any after hours trades. Not taking any after hours trades tonight. I'm going to leave it with my 7.5K for the day. I'll be doing so Intel is moving up now. So Intel is over the VWAP and moving up. So looks like Intel's making some good inroads. No problem, Phil. I'm going to be wrapping up shortly myself. These earnings are. I'm just waiting for the Apple numbers to drop. (27th of October). What time? 6. PM Pacific time. That's what the earnings call is. So let's what's Pacific time? So that's 5 PM. Right. Okay. So the Apple earnings don't drop for another 50 minutes. So is it worth me sticking around? You tell me. Is there enough appetite for me to stick around and wait for the Apple results, or have we seen enough? You tell me, guys. If just put in the chat Apple. If you want me to stick around for the Apple results in 50 minutes, just type in the chat Apple, and I will. If there's enough demand, I'll do that. Otherwise, I'll knock it on the head because I've still got to record my trade recap video today. The Apple results are due at the top of the hour, so 5 PM market time, so 10 PM my time, and it's getting a little bit late, so A lot of still dropping a lot of earnings. The S&P 500 is not looking healthy right now. So 1.6% down. So the S&P 500 is 150 base points down now. It was down on the day already, but only about 50 base points. Now it's dropped a whole percentage point after hours. Intel's making a rally. Amazon, it's consolidating a little bit around, finding a little bit of support around $90, but looking weak. Facebook finding a bit of support around 96, 75-ish. It's again still looking weak. XCOM, Mohawk, SkyWest, these are all earnings drops right now, so read off what you will. I'm not going to read them all out. Pinterest announced global monthly active users were flat year over year at 445 million. There's a question for you. Do you use Pinterest? And if so, what do you use it for? Carlyle Group, the owner of a former company, they own 100% of a company I used to work for, Carlyle. So in essence, I work for them. Carlyle Group. Mavis or Microvision. Yeah, it's in line. Quarterly losses of 0.008 a share. Zendex is a beat. Yeah, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to knock it on the head. It looks like we've got sell-off on the markets. Amazon, I'm going to watch that. Maybe take a look at Facebook for any further downside there. And I'm going to record my trade recap for YouTube, so watch for that dropping in the next hour or so, and I'll be back at it in the morning, 90 minutes before the market opens. So I will be doing my trading live on stream for the last 90 minutes of the pre-market and also the first 60 minutes of the open market. So come join me tomorrow, 8 a.m. market time, or New York and or East Coast, and that's 1 p.m. here in Dublin or 1 p.m. in the UK. Remember, guys, also Friday tomorrow. So if I don't mention it tomorrow, the clocks go back this weekend, and we will have an extra hour in bed on Sunday. So just remember that, guys. It's daylight saving weekend. Okay, so in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'll see you tomorrow morning, 90 minutes before the market opens. Catch you later.